Hey everybody, I just want to do a short video on APA writing style because I noticed all of you are having some sort of problems, some more than others. But so I just wanted to go over the APA thing here because it is, if you've never done it before, it's difficult. There is an assumption in the MBA program that you already know APA, but some of you probably don't know it, or you may not even know what it is. APA is, the American Psychological Association. But so anyway, I just want to go over some things because um, just basically on the format. So one of the things here, I know I mentioned this in that first intro video from the first course, and it's also still here on right here on the for this course. I mean, but there's some stuff in there on that. But on the left side here, you got the library resources. If you go in there, um, that'll bring up this resources, and then down here you got this the OWL side here. That's Purdue University. So they got a great site on everything you want to know. But so there's things that you can also do some Google to find examples. One of the things about our these assignments, like for example the whoops, where are we at here? Anyway, I lost my place. But on the assignments, like okay, current events. All right, so you find an article somewhere, a reliable article, and again, I say think not Billy Bob blog or some third world country news source or something like that. You find legitimate sources, be it either through ProQuest or maybe as long as it's a legitimate what they call credible source, and we're talking about facts versus opinions. Transitioning from writing um, into APA style, it's very difficult. All of us have had to go through it, but what you're doing is you're reporting on something. You're not writing as if you're writing a novel or telling a story. You're actually presenting facts. So there's a lot of issues on how to do that. Let me see if I can find. Okay, so I'm just bringing. There's lots of examples, and that's not a good one. Let me find a different one here. All right, let me bring this one in here where you can see it. Go page up to the top here. So, I mean, depending on what you write, a title page and what you've been doing on title pages is fine. If you're doing a long paper, there's an abstract, but for most of what you're doing, like in this course, you don't need an abstract, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you were doing a longer paper, like as a course project, and it's going to be long, your first page would be what they call an abstract, and that's just basically talking about what you're going to present. And then, of course, you're going to kind of repeat yourself in the introduction part. And that can be, you can either write an introduction or you can put a title there. And you're going to have a paragraph or two on an introduction. And then you're going to get into, your what they call the body of the paper. Now, one of the things on APA, okay, and so I've been kind of pointing this out as the weeks have gone by here. When you say something, you need to cite it. Now in this case, this is a paper I did. I mean, so I've got every sentence cited here on the source you found for it. So as you go through, you'll find you have to cite every sentence, but you don't necessarily have to do that. Let me see here. All right, so here's another that I got off. Off of you got your title page. You got your abstract, which you guys don't need to worry about. Then you get into the paper, so you have a title, whatever it is, and then you talk straightforward. So like this one is March 2004, Surgeon General. So you got the actual who is saying, when they're saying it, and what the topic is. Okay, so what you're wanting in that first introduction paragraph is stating what it's about, not philosophizing or talking about abstract things. You need to be specific. In this case, like the Surgeon General says, not people say, or there's concern by many, or articles say. Articles don't say anything because they're not people. They give us information. So you either say the specific topic or the person, or whatever the case is. So there's just, just different ways to write. You need to get out of the habit of the first person narrative. We generally don't do first person narratives. Let me see here. Oops, I got a couple more here. That's what this one is. All right, so here's another one I found, and like I say, if you go on Google, you can find these. But here, like you repeat your title of your essay. Also, make sure you're double spaced and you don't have extra spaces in between. And then you got the headings. You can, so in your introduction, you can discuss your main point. The body of sentence you put in, what you talk about, and then a conclusion. In conclusions, you don't introduce new material. And most of you, in your ending paragraphs, you're either not doing a conclusion or you're kind of sort of doing a conclusion, but you add more information. The conclusion only covers what you've already presented, nothing new. So you're just kind of summarizing. You can throw in your personal recommendation, suggestions or viewpoints or whatever like that. But generally, you're just kind of concluding, what we're looking at. Let me see here. What's this one? Okay, I think, yeah, I just went over this one a little bit. I'm trying to find this other one I had here. Okay, then here's another one. This one's right out of that Purdue OWL site. So, you got the abstract or no abstract, and you get your title, your introduction here. And notice here, now another way to put in citations. Like here they say, Cummings, Butler, and Kraut 2002 suggests that face-to-face. So instead of doing it at the end of a sentence, you can put them in there in that manner. So here again, just different examples of how to do it. So and what else? And again, I mean, the big thing is not getting out of the habit of the first person or telling a story. Let me see, did I show you? I showed you the one I did here. So again, you want to present the facts on any of these. If you're going to do a graph, if you're going to insert a table or something, you can do that. And like if you want to, pause the video, or if you want me to send you some of this stuff so you can kind of look over it. But there's plenty of examples, on the internet. How to do it. Also paragraphs. Okay, some of you have a tendency to have really short paragraphs or not even long enough, like 2 sentences. Paragraphs are minimum 3 sentences, 3 to 5 is average. Like this one here is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is about 5 sentences here in this paragraph. So paragraph is a single thought or topic. I mean, you can have a bunch of topics, or different subtopics, but each paragraph has a particular thing. If you're going to talk about baseball, paragraph 1 would be about first base, second base, another paragraph, third base, so kind of, that's my analogy, but that's kind of like that way. And then, and I mentioned conclusion. Conclusion, you're talking about what you already talked about. You don't introduce anything new. You make sure you do your headings here. So you got your introduction heading, your title or your body heading, and then the conclusion heading. And then when you get to the references, this is the format. All right. Then let me see. And there's another. Okay, so here's another format here. So you got different things, like if you can get off the internet, retrieved, from, depending on what the, so, and as weeks go by, I'll keep giving you constructive criticism, and again, there was an assumption, there is an assumption that you already know this, but I'm seeing that may not be the case for everybody, so that's why I'm kind of doing this here, just to get you in the right direction here. So I'm right almost at 10 minutes here, so I just don't want to keep it too long, but at the same time get you try and get you where you're getting a little more on this. So all right, I will leave it there for that. Again, but otherwise, I mean, now the other thing I want to throw in here, most of you are doing real good in the course. You know, looks like you got yourself on schedules, getting things submitted during the week instead of like just on Sunday or anything like that. And that's, you know, because this, you got to do this every day pretty much. You can't be doing it on a weekend or you just won't catch up. So, you know, and, you know, we're in a, you know, master's level here. It's not, you know, there's no breaks, so to speak, or anything like that. You know, what you do is what you do. So I'll work with you, but at the same time, what you do is what you do. So, you know, like I say, most of you doing good, so no problems there. Okay, so I'll leave it here and talk to you next time or during the week, or give me a call or something if you have any questions. Take care.